Head of the National COVID-19 Task Force, Prime Minister the Honorable Moses Nagamootoo, via live video conferencing, said the government is considering a stimulus package for the vulnerable impacted by the emergency orders.
The National Emergency Operating Center, which under the rubric of the Civil Defense Commission, which has had experience in dealing with emergency situation, is having consultation with the private sector and other social partners to give out hampers to people who are vulnerable and communities that might be socially depressed as a result of the not accessing employment and not being able to access regular pay. We are encouraging, and there is a section in the order that says that employers should reduce their hours of work without impacting on wages.
Government has received a document of 22,300 words detailing numerous recommendations from Guyanese at home and in the diaspora that seeks to address an imminent stimulus package. The Prime Minister committed to ensuring the needs of the vulnerable are met.
This has to be something that is needs-based and not just whimsically handing out to persons and or even subject the process to any form of abuse. There will be no abuse while I am heading this task force, and the people most in need will get assistance first. That's the priority of this scale of social assistance.
While underscoring the importance of having benchmarks in place, the Prime Minister briefly outlined the process by which people in need will be selected.
We are hoping that there will be a consultation with the Minister of Communities, who would in turn consult with municipal or provincial authorities, Minister of Social Protection, who has access to the database of persons who are vulnerable, that they'll be able to have a compilation of the database so that you can have a fair, reasonable, and equitable distribution that take care of population on the coast and in the interior.
Concerning the fight against COVID-19, the plans to establish a COVID-19 hospital was indicated, a recommendation that came from PAHO WHO.
We have looked at the proposal for a dedicated hospital, and we have identified a building in the immediate vicinity of the city and East Coast, the Ocean View, what used to be the Ocean View Hotel. And work is now going on there to make that into a dedicated hospital.
The former hotel will have a capacity to accommodate 300 beds for critical COVID-19 patients. The government is also actively considering the Guyana Broadcasting Corporation building on High Street, along with the gymnasium on Aubrey Barker Road and the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall on Homestretch Avenue as possible sites to transform into centers to treat COVID-19 patients. On April 3, sweeping emergency measures and restrictions were announced by the Minister of Public Health to ensure the reduced spread of COVID-19. Within these measures is a daily 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. Prime Minister Nagamootoo called on Guyanese to obey the laws and to remain in their homes during the curfew.
More importantly, we want everyone who has no essential duties to perform, ideally to stay at home. Stay in your own yards and avoid going out there and contributing to either the spread of this contagion or being infected. And then one infected person would then be a carrier.
As of Friday, April 3, 2020, there are 23 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Guyana with 4 deaths. Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.